And then you guys drive on the left side, right? Not the right? Yeah.
Yeah,
so weird.
Everything is opposite. The Eiffel Tower.
Oh my gosh.
We did all the things. Ate croissants on the side of the street and watched people.
I just went to Paris and I ate a croissant. And
my gosh.
Watch the world go by. And they have kangaroos that get into their trash. So they have to
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
I wish I was a kangaroo.
Yes.
Hey, we might go viral. You might be on the
Yeah, you might be viral.
I think that
I might go
there's a
viral.
good chance.
I think
Yeah.
there is too. Welcome to the Wing It podcast.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So, we want to start off with doing kind of a background knowledge about you.
Okay.
Anybody didn't know who you were
Okay.
or why you're here
Okay.
or what you do here.
Okay.
So how long have you been teaching and how long have you been here for?
So I started teaching 27 years ago. I know, it's crazy. It has flown by. I know I don't look like it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, period.
So I started out in Pennsylvania. That's where I started my career. And I worked in a school, in 2 different schools up there. The first one was with high school kids that had severe emotional and behavioral needs. And the second one, I worked with high school kids with severe disabilities, like Down syndrome and Fragile X and, traumatic brain injuries. And when I went to college, I actually went to college to be an elementary teacher. I thought I was going to be kindergarten, first, second grade. And when I student taught in first, second, and third grade.
Oh, wow.
You'd be good at that, though.
I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. The kids were sweet.
Yeah.
They were always hugging me, And so that was what I thought I was going to be doing in life, was teaching, little guys. And so, but so my degree was in elementary and special education. So I student taught in elementary, and my special ed certification certified me through high school. So that's what got me into the high school in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to a part of Pennsylvania that was the most competitive part of Pennsylvania to get a job in.
Mm.
It was like they paid really, really well for teachers, and everyone wanted to get a job in those districts, in the Chester County school districts. And I applied everywhere, and it was just super competitive. And so finally, I was offered a job in this. Actually, it was a VOTEC high school. So I started my career in a
wow.
tech high school.
That's crazy.
Yes, in Pennsylvania. And so, but it was high school kids. And I had no experience with teens, high school. I had no experience with kids with severe emotional and behavioral problems.
Mm-hmm.
The kids that I taught, most of them had been in trouble with the law. They had probation officers who would come into my classroom weekly to do drug testing. So it was like a totally different world.
Yeah, that's a lot to
That's
take on.
awful.
Yeah. Then first, second, and third grade, kids that hugged me every day and told me that they loved me, I was now getting cussed out on a daily basis. And I was like, what am I doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not what I thought I would be doing. And
Yeah.
I cried every day going to school and coming home, and I thought, I think I want to quit. I think I want to go work at the TCBY down the street from me, which was a yogurt place, soft serve. Like, I think I want to make yogurt
That's so
sundaes
real.
for
Me too.
people.
I wish we could do
That would
that.
be
I
so
was
fun.
like, that's what I want to do. I cannot do this job.
So did it stop you from wanting to teach again?
No. So the first couple months were horrible. I cried and cried and cried. I was dreaming about them, the kids, and just what am I doing? And then over time, I built relationships with the kids, and they went from cussing me out every day to me being their biggest advocate. And so by the end of the year, it was a completely different job.
Oh, wow.
And
How long were you there for?
I was there for a year.
wow.
I bet they were
what
sad
I-
to see you go.
So what I started doing is I decided to start meeting them on their turf. So I went to Auto Body, and I had the kids teach me how to paint cars.
Oh.
And I went to Cosmo, and I asked them to show me how to like cut hair. And I had them show me what you can do. And
Yeah, that's like a different way to look at it.
yes,
Yeah.
I went to culinary, and they knew how to cook better than I
wish
did.
we
I
had
mean, I was
culinary.
22. I didn't even know how to boil an egg. So I was like
Me too,
learning.
girl.
I was like taking notes alongside of them, like what olive oil is the kind of olive oil I should
She's
use
like,
when
I can
cook?"
cook you some noodles, but that's about it.
That's it. Like Kraft mac and cheese is about as fancy as I get. So that was the most valuable teaching experience I've ever had, because if you, like, you know, the quote the teachers always, you know, latch onto is, if they don't know they're loved, or if they don't think you cared, then they're not going to care to learn, or something like that. They don't
Yeah.
care what. But I experienced that that school year, because the kids were the same, but it was a relationship that changed.
Yeah.
And by the end of the year, I had a totally different situation.
So were you like at the point where you're like counting down the days to like you were done, or were you kind of sad to leave at that point?
Well, I was exhausted. Like by the end of the year, I was like, I need a break. Like I was ready for summer. So, but I wasn't crying. I wasn't like, it wasn't like it was in the beginning of the year. Like I loved the kids. You know, we had built really strong relationships.
Yeah.
So it was good. That was the foundation of my teaching career. Was that year. I learned everything I needed to know in that first year.
Wow.
That's
The kids have to know you love them and that you care. If you don't have those two things, then it's just content.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see the meals that your mom brings in, and she's like, Abby made this, and I'm like, Abby
I made
needs to
this
make
last
me a
night.
dish,
Yeah,
too.
she needs to make me a dish.
Your food looks better than my food, Abby.
That was one of the things that I picked up in COVID, because like I would just find little recipes and like bake things, and I just I don't know, I don't have anything to do, and baking and cooking, it like takes time. So I just like find little
I'm just like
things to
terrified to like cook meat or like chicken, especially chicken, because like I
just wash your hands.
No, I'm just like, I just feel like I would mess it up. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it's like a hard thing to make. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
I'm one of those
I've
people
never
that
made
like,
one.
freaks out about it too.
Yeah.
Like if I touch chicken and then I like touch something else, like everything
Yeah.
has to be cleaned
Yeah.
like
I
immediately.
love to cook. It's like a passion.
I think it's a very like calming thing.
And there's so many different things you can do with it. Like
Yeah.
there's so many different recipes and things you can even like just make up or figure out as you go.
Yep.
And there's like so many different variations of things too.
You don't always have to like strictly follow the recipe. You know, you just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
add whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody's
That's it.
different with that though. Like my Nana, she wants a recipe and she wants to do exactly word for word what the recipe says.
Yeah.
And she won't change it at all. And my dad like never uses a recipe for anything.
I've never
Yeah.
seen him use a recipe.
He doesn't.
Ever.
He just like throws stuff around and
Yeah.
just makes something out of it somehow. I don't
That's
know how he
awesome.
remembers anything, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
that's-
So kind of switching gears, like completely.
Okay, bring it
I
on.
had like more topics I wanted to talk about. So we wanted to get into like travel because I know you guys travel a lot. Where is like your favorite place you've been, and like somewhere you would really want to go?
Okay. So I do love to travel, and we've gone a good number of places. My favorite place on this earth is Glacier National Park in Montana.
Really?
Oh.
It is my favorite place on this earth.
Why?
Beautiful. It is so beautiful and so peaceful. And I love to hike. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And the trails there, I mean, you feel like, where am I? It's amazing. And a few summers ago, we took a big trip out west. Now, I had gone out west before, so I had done Yellowstone and Glacier and a lot of those national parks when I was younger.
Yeah.
But it was my first time going back with my family. And we went to the Grand Tetons, and we hiked in the Grand Tetons, and my family, they were like, oh, this is amazing. I'm like, it is amazing, but wait till you get to Glacier.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And then we went to Yellowstone and we saw geysers and all kinds of cool things. And like, this is amazing. I'm like, it is, but wait till you go to Glacier.
Yes.
Right? And then I was like, I probably should have stopped talking like that because they're going to be really let down, But we got there and they're like, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the crown jewel of the country.
Oh.
And it really is.
I need to look this up.
I do too.
Glacier National Park. It's not easy to get there. It's right on the Montana-Canadian border. There's an Indian reservation right next door, which is really cool. You get to learn a lot about Native American history. But it's just a beautiful place. So I think if someone said you can go anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go? That's where I would choose.
Aww.
But I also love London. The
Yes.
hustle and bustle, and we went to Paris a few summers ago. That was
my gosh,
amazing.
I want to see Paris so bad.
Yeah, it was just, we saw the Mona Lisa. We climbed the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my gosh.
We did all the things. Ate croissants on the
Oh.
side of the street and watched people.
I just went to
Oh my
Paris
gosh,
and I ate a
yeah.
croissant. And
Oh my gosh.
Watch the world go by us.
Yeah.
So that is all amazing too. It's
Yeah.
just different. But this summer we're going to go back to London and spend some time in England again with Mr. Soni's from Europe.
Yeah.
So it's easier because
Yeah.
we have connections. And then we're going to take a trip to Portugal. So we'll be in
wow.
Portugal for several weeks.
Oh my
actually.
gosh.
So like traveling around.
That's so
and-
What?
exciting. I
Checking.
really want to travel.
I do
I
too.
really wanna
That's like one of
travel.
my main goals. I was thinking
Yeah.
about this the other day though, because I was just like, driving, just practicing, and I was like,
How's that going, by the way?
It's hard to drive
illegally.
I was trying to drive illegally, driving around with my mom on the back roads, and I was like, I wonder how people in London, like, how awkward it is to drive on the other side of the road.
Oh,
Have you
I thought
ever
about
driven
that.
on like the other side?
Absolutely not.
No, I feel like
Mr. Sony
it's
does
just
all
awful.
the driving, which I should. I should.
Wait, isn't it like reverse?
Yeah,
like
they
the driver's
drive on
seat
the
and
left.
the passenger seat.
Yeah, and then you guys drive
That's
on the left
weird.
side, right? Not the
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
so weird.
everything is opposite.
I would 100% hit somebody.
I would. Yes, I would crash.
I would 100%
I would
hit
be all
somebody.
like
Yeah.
distorted. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
it's all backwards.
So we were there for Christmas, and one of the things, to me, I felt, okay, and all the roads are a lot smaller. The cars are smaller. Everything
Cool.
feels miniature in England. It's just it's just a smaller country. But the roads are so narrow, and there's so many cars that are zipping by, and there doesn't seem to be a speed limit anywhere, even though there is. And then you're turning.
Like, how do you turn?
Yeah, that's weird. That
Left.
doesn't make. Yeah.
Like, that's
but
just,
they
like,
think we're
awkward.
weird because we're the only country that
Yeah, I can't even.
drives this way.
Yeah.
Most countries are on the left side of the road.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I just feel like
I
it's
didn't
just
know
so
that.
awkward.
So we're just weird.
We're just
We're the
weird.
weird
We're
ones.
just
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're just different.
Wow.
Yeah, Americans have to do everything
Yeah, that's
different.
weird.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
we do.
So where would you want to go? Like, where's like? Do you have anywhere that you've like always wanted to go, travel to?
I would really like to go. I really want to go to Alaska
Ooh,
I
when it's
would.
dark or when it's light.
when it's light. I want to go in the summertime. I want to do a cruise. And go
Oh,
across the
I want to go on a
cruise.
cruise so bad.
But my parents,
Yeah.
my parents would never want to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
So what's the appeal to Alaska?
I think if you want to do Alaska, I think it's good to do like a cruise because it can take you into parts that you may not be able to get to as easily, and do like a land and sea thing where you can go to Denali National Park and. But I think that would be a cool place to go. I think I would really like to go to Israel. I have a good friend of mine who's from there, and she's always talking about it. So I think because it's so different, I think I would
Yeah.
like to see something that's really different. When you go to England, it's not that different. Or when you go to Paris, like, it is. But I would like to go someplace really different. Where
Yeah.
the light,
Well, you would learn a lot from
somewhere
it.
like
Yeah.
maybe in
Yeah.
Asia, where the lifestyle's just
Yeah.
different. I think that would be a really cool
I
experience.
really want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
always wanted to go to Hawaii.
But like
Yeah.
I've also like never left the country, so I really
Me
want to
either.
do that.
I
Yeah.
want to go to, wait, where was it that I wanted to go? I forgot.
My parents went to Puerto Rico for their 20th anniversary a couple years ago. And like they were like, I would go back in a heartbeat. And I was like, of course they went to Puerto Rico without me. I was left at home for a week.
Really
in
Yeah.
freezing cold
Hawaii.
in
Yes.
November.
How dare them?
Hawaii
Right? I
just
know.
seems so pretty.
So mean.
And like, Hawaii just seems like so pretty. And it's kind of like the same temperature all
Yeah.
year round.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize it. It's just like, it's like 75 degrees like all year round.
I know. I can't even imagine.
It's like all the same. Do
Yeah.
you like warm places or like cold places better?
I like warm, but it doesn't have to be, like, I don't have to be on a beach. But I like,
I'm a big beach person.
yeah, like I like the beach.
love the beach.
Yeah, I love the beach, but like I don't have to go to a beach on vacation. But I
Mm-hmm.
do like the weather to be nice.
Yeah.
Because when we went to England at Christmas time, we did 3 days in London and it rained and windy and freezing the whole
that
time.
sucks.
And we just had to embrace it because we're like, we're here. We're gonna do
Yeah.
it. But that was the first time I was like, because usually we go away in the summertime when it's nice. But this past Christmas was like, weather matters.
Yeah, it really
I
does.
want to
matters.
see like more beaches because I feel
Yeah.
like every beach you go to like looks different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see like Hawaii. I feel like that would be completely different.
Oh,
than,
yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
Florida or like North Carolina or even like you know anywhere. I feel like they all look completely different.
I think that's on the West Coast, right? I think it's like
What?
Pacific
I mean, it's
Ocean.
Hawaii. It's like down
It's like diagonal.
an island somewhere.
Mhm.
somewhere. It's like
in the middle Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Australia.
oh wow.
Oh my gosh, I want to go there.
Yeah.
How was that?
Their beaches are beautiful.
Ooh.
So we didn't spend a ton of time on the beach there, but we did go spend a few days at like the seaside place, and that was beautiful. Australia's really cool. They've got like really cool animals that we don't have here, and we did Sydney and Melbourne, and so yeah, saw the Opera House.
Oh my god.
Did the Taronga Zoo, which is this amazing zoo they have in Sydney where you start like way up on this hill. Like the zoo is, you have to take a trolley up this, I wouldn't say a mountain, but it's,
That's so fun.
yeah, and then you work your way down the hill. The zoo is on a hill and you work your way down and you see all the animals. And it's really,
That's
it's beautiful.
really cool.
Yeah. And my, the reason why we went is because my brother and sister-in-law live there.
What?
And they have kangaroos that get into their trash. So
Kangaroos
they have to
Oh
are so
my
cool. I
gosh.
wish I was a kangaroo. You know how fun that would be? You just like bounce around all over
Yeah.
the place.
they're boxers.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh!
To
I
box.
saw this TikTok the other day of this girl that had a pet kangaroo, and she was talking about how they can't do anything backwards. Like they can go upstairs, but they can't go downstairs.
She has a kangaroo in their house?
What?
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
know. It
I didn't
make
know
any
that.
sense.
That's crazy.
But it was because they're like bottom heavy because
Yeah.
they have like bigger back legs and
Yeah.
they're like a T-Rex. kinda.
Yeah.
They're just like
They really
funny.
are.
they're like a T-Rex, but they can only go like uphill
Yeah.
and they can't go like downhill because they just fall on their
That's hilarious.
arms,
I
legs,
did not know
whatever
that.
they're
No,
called.
that's actually really
I don't
cool.
know. Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you ever see those videos of people that have like the wildest pets and it's just like this wild animal running
Yeah,
around
there's,
their
like,
house with,
people-
like a diaper on or
Yeah.
something?
There's like people in Australia and they have like these like massive spiders. I don't know if you've ever seen one. I don't know what they're called, but they
Oh my
are
gosh.
humongous. And then
I
I see these
can't do
videos where it's like,
spiders.
oh, I just saw another one of these spiders. They're like this big. They're like, I just saw another one of these spiders in my house, so I just like threw it outside. Like that's your daily basis. I would have
Yeah.
lost my mind if I saw a spider that big in my house.
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say that because when we first arrived at Australia, or to the country, and we went to my brother-in-law's house, the very first thing he did was take Katie, who was 8 at the time, into his garage, and he said, "This is what you stay away from, because if you get bit by it, you're going to end up in the hospital."
Oh my god.
Because there are so many poisonous.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's the highest concentration of poisonous animals and insects is on Australia. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it's a lot, and so you have to be careful. Like he tells us some crazy stuff about snakes and
Yeah.
stuff that are by his
I
car
can't
in the
do
mornings.
snakes either.
Me
Oh,
neither.
no.
I couldn't do it. But I will tell you guys, Australia is very far. That is the hardest.
How long is that plane, that flight?
It took us about 3 days, 36 hours.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I can't
between
even
the
imagine.
flights and the layovers and the time change is significant. So as much as I enjoyed our trip, when I came back, I was like, I don't need to go back for a long time.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll stick with Montana.
Stick with my hikes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was exotic. It was different.
Yeah, I don't know how people can deal with crazy animals just getting into their house. People in Florida get alligators all over the place. Or if you have a pool, the kinds of things that get in your pool,
I know.
Just have alligators roaming around and places that have bears and all that. I don't know how people do it.
I know.
Yeah. Thankfully, we live in an area where all you have to worry about is finding
a deer
finding
and,
a shower in your spider.
Yeah.
Wait, no, a spider in your shower. Good lord, I can't get my word. A spider in your shower.
Kind of out of blue. Out of the blue.
I can tell you where I've been, but I don't know what I'm into. So I have a stack of books that I want to read. Finding free time is really hard for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't really watch TV that much. Usually, and my family makes fun of me all the time, if I sit down and start a show, I'm asleep in 5 minutes. And they hate it. They hate it. My oldest daughter, she's like, Mom, wake up. I'm like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
So I'm a terrible person to watch movies with. But if I'm by myself and nobody's home and I get to watch whatever I want to watch,
Yep.
and I have laundry to fold, I'll turn The Crown on. That's my guilty
Oh
pleasure.
my god, loves that show. She's so sucked into
My
it.
parents used to watch that, I think.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
But nobody else in my family does. So it only comes on if I'm by myself, which is rare. But so I like The Crown, and my oldest daughter and I just started a show, Sweet Magnolias. Is that what it's called?
I've heard of that.
I've watched a
Okay.
few episodes.
Okay. Do you like
I
it?
haven't
I
seen
think
it.
it's pretty good.
Okay.
I've only seen a few, so I don't know much about the plot line of it.
Okay.
But
Oh,
the ones I've seen are good.
I just watched this show with my mom called School Spirits.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's a whole murder mystery,
Okay.
but it was so suspenseful. It was so good.
Really? School
Yeah.
Spirits on Netflix?
It was crazy. It's got all these plot twists and
Okay.
stuff you would never see coming. It has Peyton List. She was on Disney Channel
Okay.
and everything.
Okay.
She's on Jessie.
She was on
Jessie,
Jessie and
okay.
Ghost and all
I know
those.
that show.
Um,
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna put that on though,
Mhm.
because I'm always looking for something to watch with my kids
Yeah.
that we all are going to enjoy. So,
No, it's so good.
School Spirits.
School Spirits. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
watch it. How do you guys like tech?
I love tech
like
because
it.
I came from Seaford and
I came from Dumber.
rough rodeo.
How did you guys know each other?
We were in
Preschool.
preschool together.
We were in the same
Preschool.
Yeah, so
preschool
we met
class.
when we were 3, and our parents knew each other
We were
before
in the
then.
same
I love
preschool
that.
class.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't
That's
really know.
it.
It
I
just
think
kinda
I think we were
happened.
playing dress up, and she comes up to me. She's like, "Do you want to be my friend?" And I was like, "Sure." I guess.
We were in the same
that.
class up until 4th grade when I had her mom, and she
Okay.
didn't.
Mhm.
And then we never had another class together until freshman year.
Okay.
Because she left me for Belmar.
But
I love
we
that
just
you guys are together.
we're a package
now.
deal. We do
I know you
everything
are.
together.
Yes.
I love
we
it.
do everything together. We kind of go everywhere together.
Yeah.
It's
That's so
just
good.
It's just both of us.
And finding that one friend, that's
Mhm.
it's such a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
So.
synced too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love it. It's like sisters.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys are like
Yeah, we're
sisters.
like
that you
quite
guys don't
literally.
have.
Yeah.
You don't have a sister. You only have brothers. You're
Yes.
the only child, so it's perfect.
Mhm.
Like you guys are such a gift for
Yeah.
each other. So when Dave Matthews came on, he probably came on at 9 at night, and we had a really good spot. And it was so good. It took me right back to high school.
Oh,
and
gosh.
college. I was like, I could have been
Yeah.
hanging out with my college roommate.
I feel
That
like that's
was
good
great.
weather too. If you're at
Yes.
an
Yes.
outdoor concert, you want it to be
It was
summer, but at night, so it's not too
It-
hot.
It was
But
amazing.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And,
I wish
and
it was
this is a
summer.
really cool thing. So we happened to be near the sound tent, where the sound system and the sound manager was. And Ella's very musical. I don't know if you know that, but she's very musical, and she plays instruments and she sings. Well, the sound manager for Dave Matthews. Now listen, there are people, thousands of people. The guy comes over, walks straight to Ella, and gives her Dave Matthews guitar pick.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
We were like, what? And she was like, what just happened? I'm like,
no.
that's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we have it in like a little box on display in her room. She's just, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it was really great. I mean, it made me want to go to more concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
It's definitely worth it.
yeah.
I don't know how, like, it's crazy to me how, like, singers do that.
Oh my gosh.
Especially if you're on a tour for, like, months. Like, some people are on tour for even, like, a year or two.
Like, how did Taylor Swift do it?
I have no idea. A 3
But,
hour
like,
show
how
too.
do you have so much
Yeah.
energy to, like,
Because they
perform
they
for that
fake
many
it till
people?
they make
and
it.
the same
Yeah.
songs
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
Yeah, with the same
With
amount
the
of
same,
enthusiasm.
right?
Mhm.
And like the
Yeah.
same outfits and the same songs and the same
Yeah.
music and like everything is the same. I don't know how you do that like back to back
Yeah.
with that much energy and everything.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's a hard job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Yes.
was just using Taylor Swift as an example about how, like, fame. We're talking about fame in my class, and I'm like, I don't know, was it your class? I don't think it was. How, like,
I don't think so.
people who are famous, like, it's not all that you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because Taylor
Right.
Swift probably can't go anywhere without.
No,
I
she
mean,
can't.
like you
Oh my
make so
gosh.
much money, but like
Yeah.
I feel like being famous would just be so much of a headache.
Yeah, like you can't do like,
Like-
normal human things without someone always
right.
constantly
Yeah.
being
Like
taking
you've
a
got
picture
cameras
of
in
you.
your face all the time. You've
Yeah.
got like people constantly bugging you for something
Yeah.
or trying to talk to you about whatever,
Mhm.
but I don't know how they do it.
My dad was an Elvis Presley fan. So when I was growing up as a kid, he used to make me sit and watch Elvis documentaries.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so I would watch them because he'd be like, if you watch my Elvis documentary with me first, then we'll watch whatever you want to watch.
Back in my
Right? I'm like, okay. So I was inundated with Elvis when I was growing up.
Oh my
Wow.
But one of the things I remember about all the Elvis movies we watched was that Elvis, if he wanted to go to the movies, he had to rent out the entire movie theater.
Mhm.
If he
And then
wanted to
there's
go
like
bowling,
not even any fun in it because you're by
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
and you don't have like
he
the public
whenever
around
he
you.
wanted to do something, he would have to like rent it out, like bowling. Had to rent the
That's
bowling
crazy.
alley out
Ugh.
to go bowling. I mean, he couldn't. He
and
had
you
no
don't
life.
realize like people that are that famous like
Yeah.
you can't really go anywhere and do like normal human things.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So being a
mind-blowing.
teacher was great.
Yeah.
And if
Nobody
I see
knows.
kids at the Walmart, they may or may not want to talk to me. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I hate when you see somebody like out of their environment that you
Yeah.
usually see them.
You're like, do I say
like
hi? Do
someone
they
that
want
you
me to say
know
hi?
at school, like if
Yeah.
you see them in public. Well, it's been so good to
It's
have
been
you.
so great to have you. Thank you.
It's been so fun. You guys are awesome. So I'm thankful
this was
for you.
fabulous.
Thanks so much for being on the
Yes.
Thank
podcast.
you.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's my first
course.
podcast ever. So
Yes.
Hey, we might go viral. You might be on the
Yeah, you
news.
might be viral.
I think that
I might go
there's a
viral.
good chance.
I think
Yeah.
there is,
I
too.
think we better be careful.
I
'cause
think
could
we're-
get a million likes.
No, literally. Like I think we're so fascinating that like people won't know what to do with themselves.
No one's gonna know.